JD, and we are here today with Spencer. I have you down for 7 laps here in the Lamborghini Gallardo. Does that all sound correct?
Yes.
Very well. The mirrors here are set up for me, and I'll definitely be watching everything that's happening around us on track and keeping you updated. And with the mirrors being set for me, that also just allows for you to focus on the driving. Of course, try and keep your eyes down track, looking as far ahead as possible. Because if we come up behind another car or come up behind some traffic while we're out there, we just have to wait for the 4-way flashers, the hazard lights, to come on. Once the car in front gives us those, at that point I'll let you know where to pass, which side of the track to go behind, all that good stuff. Very fun car to drive. It's quite responsive, very agile. Just be nice and smooth on your steering, your throttle applications. Anything too abrupt, too sudden definitely tends to provoke a response from the car. The brake is a little bit on the sensitive side in this car as well, but we still want to be nice and firm. Just feel those out and get comfortable with them. But just nice firm brake pressure initially, that just effectively gets the car slowed down, and then as you're turning in, just a smooth release off of the brake at that point.
Okay.
The paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, we kind of already briefly talked about those. However, they are up top and they do not move. They are stationary. However, not a big deal because we're really only shifting in a straight line anyhow. We're in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th gear range. Your right paddle is to up, left is to downshift, and I will be calling out those upshifts and downshifts for us on track as well. Like I said, after that first lap, if you decide that you aren't comfortable with those or you don't even want to worry about them, just let me know and I can switch on the fly. Questions, concerns, anything like that, Spencer, before we roll?
I don't think so.
All right. If I could have you just press down on the brake and then right paddle upshift into 1st gear. Good. And then whenever you are all set, we're rolling forward and then out to the left. So just a little throttle over the stop we're resting on and crank that wheel out left. There you go. We're going to keep heading out and around to the left, down to the stop sign. Fall in line behind the Audi here.
That's my wife too. That's our target. We gotta beat her.
All right. And then we'll just kind of fall in line. We'll wait for them to head on track and then stop next to the blue cones for me, right where they were. Yep. We'll stop here. We got about 3 or 4 cars coming, so hang tight for me. Got 3 cars all stacked up in one area. And track is clear. Gentle on throttle out over the black and blue line. To the right onto the racing surface. We're going to upshift. Good. And then cut straight line across track to that green turn-in cone in front of us. We'll upshift once more. Out and around to the right onto our main straightaway. Eyes to the end of the straight and then roll on throttle. Squeeze the throttle as you keep left all the way down the straight. We'll upshift once. We're going all the way down to the orange cones at the end. This first lap at the orange, just a bit of brake, feel them out. We want to look at our apex and then start turning into the bottom of the racetrack down to it. Exit cone is up top, so we're going to utilize all the racetrack as you roll on throttle. We just want to keep left to the orange. Brake firm here as well. Looking across the apex as you turn in, ease off that brake pressure. Just a bit of throttle through here as we head back to the right up over the hill. It is a little blind, so keep those eyes up and across looking through. And plenty of racetrack to use down the hill as you roll on throttle and work your way back left. Through here, left paddle downshift into our longest right-hand turn, so keep turning in tighty to apex, looking further down the racetrack. There you go. Then work your way back to the right of the racetrack here. Go ahead and turn in and then cut straight line across. There you go. And round to the right onto our main straight. You can pick up on that throttle. You're all set to accelerate. Upshift. Good. Keep on into the orange, and then at the orange here we'll brake firm. There you go. A little harder. Start turning in and ease off the brake. Still turning in though. There you go, and then roll on throttle as we work your way back out left, unwind. You want to brake firm, left paddle downshift. As you turn in, ease off that brake pressure. Just a bit of throttle through here, back to the right of the racetrack as you crest the hill. Keep your speed to apex, then down the racetrack, roll on throttle, accelerate. A little more. There you go. Bit of brake leading into our long right. You got to keep turning in more, harder. There you go. And then roll on throttle as you work your way back to the right. Small brush on the brake here to turn in, and then a bit of throttle straight line across. Just staying nice and wide on entry. We're going to let one Lamborghini sneak by, so just keep left here. They're going to go by on our right real quick. Little bit of maintenance, throttle to keep your speed, and accelerate down the straightaway. Go for it. You're going to upshift, right paddle. Remember, hard on that brake to start. More brake, then downshift. Ease off that brake pressure, then roll on throttle and squeeze. You're set. Keep on into the orange. We're going to brake firm. Harder, harder. As you turn in, ease off that brake. Back to the right as you crest over the hill. There you are. Looking through the turn, looking past. Good. Bit of brake here. Stay nice and wide. A little more brake pressure. So as you build up your speed, you got to use more brake pressure in order to compensate. We're not quite getting the car slowed down effectively enough. Back to the right. And then over the inside stripes as you roll on throttle. Straight line across. Small brush on the brake here. Tidy to apex, eyes to the end of the straight. And then squeeze on throttle, accelerate, all set. Gonna upshift. Very good. Stay on it to the orange. And this lap we're gonna brake a bit harder initially. Hard, and downshift. And now you can ease off in full release. Roll back on throttle. You want the first initial press on the brake to be firm. So stay on it. Now brake hard. Harder. There you go, and then ease off nice and smooth, and then roll back on throttle. Small brush on the brake. You're a little shallow, so it's going to send you wide down the hill. And pick those eyes up and look further down the racetrack. Stay nice and wide on entry, and then rotate in. Tidy to apex, and roll on throttle out. All set. How we doing? Good. Keep it up. Very well. Remember to breathe. Start rolling back on throttle, straight line across, a little more. There you go. Tidy to apex, get it right up to it, then down the main straightaway, accelerate. There you go, keep her left. Upshift, yep, you got it, stay on it. We're gonna brake firm, downshift once. A little more brake, and then ease off. Roll on power out, you're all clear, yep. Staying on it, and now brake hard initially, stay on the brakes, and then as you turn in, ease off. Roll on throttle here, you're set. Good, better line, sends you up wider to turn in. There you go, down the hill, roll on throttle, less steering angle. A bit of brake, don't follow the Lamborghini off track. You want to still stay tight to our apex and continue on your normal line, accelerate out. Turn in, bit of throttle, straight line across. There you go. Tidy to apex here as well, and then roll back into it, all set. Upshift. Hard brake. Harder, get on those brakes. Gonna send you just a bit wide. All good on exit now to unwind up top. Downshift here. Very well, good entry speed, all set. Still be smooth on that throttle, run your normal line. Don't focus on them, focus on your normal line. Work your way back left. Small brush on the brake to get the car turned in. Still get up to your apex, nice and tidy, and then squeeze throttle on exit, accelerate. Back right, again, run your normal line. Turn in, then throttle across just a bit. There you go. We're closing in on the back of the Audi here. Little bit of throttle, then down the straight. Squeeze that throttle, accelerate. Upshift. Nice deep breath. Now we still want to brake hard initially. Hard. Stay on the brakes, and then ease off now. Keep turning in. Roll on throttle as you unwind up top. Pass on the right. Go ahead, throttle. You're good. Accelerate. brake firm, hard, brake hard, downshift, and turning in. All clear to continue on. Sorry about traffic there. Small brush brake on the wrong side of the racetrack. It's going to send you
I always
wide.
do that on that turn. I always get on the wrong side.
Back to the left. Alrighty, that was our 7 laps on track. So we're going to duck back off through the yellow cones here, and we'll follow this pit lane in. It'll lead tight left back into the pits, but very well. What do we think?
It was fun.
Like the Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Cool. And straight in, just follow this lane all the way back to the middle row of cars in which we pulled out of. Very good. And we'll go up to the next row, and then we'll make a right.
This row here.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll park next to the other Lamborghini down here. So just to the right of the black one. Crank it right, hard right. There you go. Right there is good. We'll stop there, pull back both of those paddles for neutral, and then you can let off the brake. The car may roll forward just a little bit, but don't be alarmed. What do we think? How was it?
It's great.
Perfect. Any
Yeah.
questions, concerns, anything like that for me in regards to the car or the track?
Nope.
Awesome. Are you driving anything else after this, or did you just
No.
have the one?
That's just the one.
No worries. We'll definitely check out everything that we got on sale today. There's quite a bit of promos happening, but overall, really no complaints on my end. Definitely got faster and faster with each lap, and really hope you enjoyed it. I'll get you your video back here, and we'll definitely point you in the right direction.
All right. You want me to shut it off?
You can leave it running for me.